to like do something that hasn't been.
I think we're next.
When a child turns 16, they get to choose what actually belongs to the whole idea of the movie and the idea of the whole. Well, I sort of, I was at the tail end of Secret Life, which was a 6-year contract, and I, after signing that contract, sort of swore to myself I would never sign another contract for longer than a few months again. And then this movie came up, which was, of course, a 4-year contract, and for me it was a little bit daunting to take that next step, as well as take on a franchise where, if it was successful, there's certain things that come with movies like this, certain losses of anonymity, and among lots of other things, and I was a little bit afraid of that.
And I saw you mentioned in an interview Jennifer Lawrence. Did you end up talking to her? Or
I still have yet to meet this amazing woman, but she gave me some great advice. I sort of asked her about Hunger Games, and she said that it was one of the best things that's ever happened to her, and she's really so grateful for it, and that basically, essentially, I would be stupid for not doing Divergent. The filming of it was really intense. I was in every single scene of the movie, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot of work. It was probably the most difficult job I've ever done in my life. And so there were some moments on hour 16, day 6, where I would just massage my ears to sort of bring myself back down.
So did you have to go through any kind of physical training?
There was a lot of physical training. There was about a month of in combat training. One of my favorite new de-stressors is to give yourself a nice little ear massage, and then when you give some to another person, especially a friend of yours, it's so relaxing and just grounds you down. I think ears are definitely not played with enough.
But no, I'm really. I'm more of a cynic than she is. She's a very open, kind of loving person. And obviously, I'm not saying I'm devoid of love or have no soul, but as a result, we actually get on quite well because we have a good chemistry and we have a good sense of friendship, and that happened very quickly. So. It almost sounds pretentious, but there is a little bit of chemical kind of thing that happens. It's a bit like when you meet some chick or something that you both have. It's obviously not in that way because it's just we're actors, but it is that kind of feeling. I think that you can vibe off the person. That you kind of everything is very easy, and also there's lots of layers to the performance because of it, I think.
So how's the con treating you so far?
It's good. Is it the con? Is that I mean, there's some stuff. It's a long book, and it's only a certain movie. You can only get so much stuff in there, but all the characters are there, pretty much. There's a few that fall off, but we did a good job. Veronica is pretty happy with it too, I think.
Are you saying people died?
Huh? Of course, people die, man. It's war. Come on.
And what's up with all these movies about kids killing kids?
I don't know what you're talking about. Like what movie?
Like Ender's Game and
I don't know what that's about. Never heard of Hunger Games. So kids are violent. They play too many video games. It's really Comic-Con's fault.
Spider-Man, I don't even think there's another script yet. They just finished this one, so who knows?
Was it a little heartbreaking to kind of come and actually do something?
You know what? It made total sense to me. There wasn't. I think that if MJ had been half of the movie, it would have been a completely another story. But I was in 4 scenes. I worked 3 days, so it didn't really. Of course, I was a little bit like, oh man, that's a bummer because I won't be able to go around the world and promote the movie with Andrew and Emma. But apart from that, I think it was a really smart decision on Sony's part and on Mark's part because MJ, according to the comics, is a very vital character and a very important character. And to introduce her while you introduce loads of other characters didn't really make a lot of sense looking back on it now.